The third place game is in the offing between Australia, the host nation, and Sweden. And we are looking forward to these matches, while the final, of course, will be between England and Spain. Our correspondent, Jenny Nweze, is live in Sydney for us.
The FIFA Women's World Cup report was supported by Premium Trust Bank.
It is less than 72 hours to the finals of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, a tournament for the Australians that have lived up to the expectation. They have smashed all the records that they can think about, talking about followership, viewership on television, and also the interest generated in the local community. Saturday, they will be playing Sweden for the third place. Now, this is a World Cup that first started, or before it started, with some money controversies, with FIFA throwing a huge amount of money, more than 300% increase from what we had in 2019, and definitely over 500% increase from what it was in 2015. The winners of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, New Zealand, Australia, will be going home with a whooping sum of $4,290,000 for the first runners-up. And in this finals, we're definitely going to be having first-time winners for this year's tournament. It has generated a lot of talks about what FIFA has done to grow the game, from the investment, the football strategy they developed in 2019 that they have tried to follow through with the growth and the education and the coaching and the various programs going across various federations to see how they can impact in the development of this game for women. Prior to this tournament, there were mentorship programs for both coaches and players coming to this tournament, especially people who have not made it to the round of 16 before in the last 20 years. These people got an opportunity to participate in a FIFA mentorship program for coaches and players. And on Saturday, of course, the streets will be filled with many people wearing yellow and green in support of the Matildas. But looking back, or looking forward to the big one, England against Spain, this tournament have generated a lot of discussions, a lot of figures also. It has been an improvement or a downside from what we had in 2019 in some of the statistics. For example, goal paid game went down to 2.8% this year, and that is down to what we had in 2019, while also in the goalkeeping section it improved because it's 43% increase in the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup for clean sheets, as against the 33% that was recorded in 2019. This is definitely an improvement in the game for the women. And as we look forward to the big one, the finals on Sunday, the 20th of August, 2023, well, the two teams, England and Spain, have been one of the teams in this tournament that their goalkeepers were very much involved in the gameplay. The saves per shot on target for both goalkeepers, and in England, they ranked third in this tournament with 93% save in this tournament, while for Spain is not such a good story because they are ranked 21st with 67% of saves. And that means that there are more chances of England's shot on goal against Spain to go in than Spain's shot on goal for England to go in. I think Mary Epps has been phenomenal for England in this tournament, and also Kota has been quite impressive considering her age and experience and exposure for Spain in this tournament. But then we wait to see, because most times bookmakers are defiled by the determination of the teams. Jane Francis Nweze, TVC News, Sydney, Australia.
The FIFA World Cup report was supported by Premium Trust Bank.
All right, it's been all about the Women's World Cup in Down Under Australia and New Zealand, the host nations. And so far, so good for the three Lionesses of England, who are in their first final at the World Cup. And Spain also making it through to the final stage of the tournament. Australia will play Sweden in the third place match on Saturday. Two key games, two marquee games we're looking forward to as far as the Women's World Cup is concerned. I've got a woman in the studio with me today. Her name is Amaka Nweze. She's the group head strategy and brands at Premium Trust Bank. They've been our supporters in our coverage of the Women's World Cup in Australia. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me, Promise.
Okay, well, I would like to ask you this. I mean, what is it about Premium Trust Bank and sports and women?
Okay, for Premium Trust Bank, I'll start by saying Premium Trust Bank is a 21st century financial institution. We're licensed by the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, to operate as a commercial bank with a national authorization. We commenced operations in April 2022, and now so far we've been able to establish our branches in 9 locations across the geopolitical zones in Nigeria. That's never been done before, if I may say.
In just about a year.
In just about a year, yeah. For us in Premium Trust Bank, our mission is to provide novel solutions through innovations, through technology, premium service, to improve lives, of individuals, businesses, and communities. And Premium Trust Bank and sports, we see sports as that one thing that unifies the nation. It binds everyone together. So we want to use that platform to leverage growth. Like our tagline infers, together for growth. We are keen on partnerships that foster growth. ITOS emerged as the lead sponsors for National Sports Festival in 2022. And so far in the
in Edo State or in Delta now?
Yeah,
in Delta, yeah.
Delta. In the history of National Sports Festival, that has been is been said to be the most organized event. And when it comes to women, we are deeply committed to empowering women in all spheres of all aspects of life. And for us, that's what brought about the ambassadorial partnership with Toby Amushan, the women's 100-meter hurdle world record holder, and Esther Brume, the women's long jump gold.
They are both in the news for good reasons now,
yes,
though.
They are, actually. And we thank God for that. We both saw them dominate their various sports during the Commonwealth Games that held in Birmingham. And for us, the idea behind the partnership was to inspire the young women to participate in sports and to pursue their dreams.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Could you also tell us in that same breath what's the inspiration behind Premium Trust Bank's decision to sponsor the coverage of the Women's World Cup?
Okay, for us, we
had the World Cup, the Men's World Cup in Qatar just a few months ago.
Yeah. Nice. For us, we are committed to empowering women across all aspects. And for us, we see this sponsorship. We hope that it will provide the visibility that athletes truly deserve, because we can see them putting their hard work, their sweat, and we hope that it will encourage more young women to participate in sports. Really, for us, it's about that visibility, and we hope that it will also demystify the stereotypes about women. We can see in the case of Salma, the 19-year-old girl that scored the semi-quarter and the semi-final and the quarter-final, helping Spain to reach their first ever, remember, their first ever FIFA.
No, you've been monitoring the matches.
Yes, I have. Their first ever FIFA Women's World Cup. That was like a great, achievement. And it's just to show that no matter how young you are as a woman, you really can achieve.
You can achieve great things.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as a corporate entity, Premium Trust Bank, what is your perspective about increasing emphasis on women's sport and the empowerment of women in diverse fields? Okay,
like we all know, women are breaking records now. They are really challenging the status quo. And for us, we see sports, we want to use sports as that platform to influence to positively influence dreams. And it's not a short-term endeavor for us. For us, it's a continuous development for us to continue to empower women in all aspects of life. And when you hear stories of successful athletes like Serena Williams, the American tennis player, she really stirred interest in women's tennis. And she has scored so many Grand Slam titles, about 23, during the Open era. And even bringing it back home for Oshaola, Atisat.
Agbabola, that's what we call it.
Okay. Agbabola, that's nice. Agbabola, in the 2022 CAF Champions League, she was crowned the Women's Player of the Year. True. And that was like the fifth consecutive time. True. That goes to say that by the time we pay so much attention into empowering these women, it puts us on that platform, on that map. For us, we see it as an opportunity, to invest in their growth.
Okay, well, that takes me to my next question, and that will be, what message does Premium Trust Bank have to convey to young girls and women through your involvement with the sponsorship of the coverage of the World Cup?
Okay, so for us, I mean, the message is very clear. I mean, as women, just go after your dreams. Dream big, you can achieve it. Footballers like Chiamaka Naduzi, footballers like Michelle Alozie, they've gone to show us what hard work can do. So, I mean, we just want to encourage the young women, the young girls, to participate in sports and every other aspect of, of their dreams. And we are sure that they will achieve so much.
Just like the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and every other thing.
Shall be added to you.
Okay, interesting. I'm quite impressed with the fact that you've been following up with the World Cup, and I'm quite impressed with the fact that you actually understand sport. Maybe one of these days I'll bring you on as a guest analyst, beyond talking premium, talking about your brand, Premium Trust Bank. Okay, the corporates, what corporate social responsibility, CSR, is Premium Trust Bank particularly interested in?
Okay, so for us, we are big on giving back to the communities where we carry our business, and like I said earlier, we see sports as that platform to influence growth in all aspects. For us, we supported the Bayelsa Queens Football Club. I mean, in their match at Morocco, where they played against, they came third place between Simba Queens. I mean, those form of support.
On the continent, yeah.
Yes, on the continent. Those form of support are what we're really after. And we recently, got into a partnership with AFN, which is the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. That was more or less like a grassroots initiative to bolster development in athletics, and also to nurture the next generation of track and field talent. That's it for us.
Okay, all right. Before I let you go, Amaka, can you talk us through some of the products that Premium Trust Bank currently have on offer?
Okay, for Premium Trust Bank, we have a wide array of traditional and digital products. One of our digital products is our mobile app. I mean, so far so good. It's one of the best you can get in the market. Yeah. I mean, we have very.
You can say that again.
We have very interesting feature, like it offers customers the opportunity to transact in their language, in any of the 3 major languages, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. Yeah, you can transact.
No Edo yet.
No Edo yet.
Okay.
We'll look into that. It's a full package. Of different exciting benefits. And I would encourage you to download it and see for yourself.
I will do so
through Google Store.
Immediately after the show.
Please do. And we also have, our USSD code. You can transact with ease, very fast, *858#, very fast. And we have so many traditional products that you can visit any of our branches, to enjoy the premium service and products we have to offer.
And it's quite impressive how fast the bank is spreading across the country.
For us, speed of execution is our watchword. To provide a solution with speed, that's our watchword.
Interesting. Amaka Onwanze is the Group Head Strategy and Brands, Premium Trust Bank. Thank you so much for your time on the program today.
Thank you, Promise.
And thank you for the support you've given us in the coverage of the World Cup, the Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. We hope to do more businesses with Premium Trust Bank in the nearest future. All right.